one is about to begin, your first of 8 Ties Outdoor Power Sportmod heat races for round 1. Each one of these will go 7 laps in distance, and passing points are on the line.
And I do want to make a note, we are aware of the issue with the scoreboard into turn number 1. They are working on it. We hope to have it up shortly, but in the meantime, if you don't have My Race Pass yet, now is an excellent opportunity to go get yourself a subscription and get yourself live scoring and timing.
Here we go, heat race number 1 on the track. It's going to be Doug Beeman on the pole in the 24 to his outside, the 14, that'll be Bo Riffle.
Row number 2 to the inside, Bill Smith out of Evans, Colorado in the 51X. His outside, Scott Naggett to the 54.
Buddy Ray Jones in the 25 and Dave Moore in the 76, that'll be row 3.
Noah Williams and Preston Donovan, row number 4.
Luke Lorette and Braden Richards will round us out. Here we go, opening round of heat races for the Speedway Motors Cornhusker Classic is underway. And right off the bat, it's going to be Bo Riffle. Had a tough go of it last night at the Charlie Clark Memorial. He'll have the race lead as they go down the backstretch 3 wide momentarily. And that will allow the 11B. I believe that's Braden Richards on the outside. Look at Richards starting at the tail. Has worked his way to 4th. Meanwhile, around the bottom, here comes Doug Beeman. Beeman will lead lap 1.
Doug Beeman, Bo Riffle, Bill Smith, I believe that's your top 3 right now. Oh, no, Beeman. Trouble right in front of the field.
That was the drive shaft, and Bo Riffle's got more damage. Those two were involved in a couple of incidents last night. Beeman just spit out the drive shaft, and Bo Riffle, a lot of bed of sheet metal on the left rear corner on the 413, as you can see on our Advantage Racing screen. Doug Beeman.
Hey, scoreboard's here.
And the Lord said, let there be lights. When the lights go on to the scoreboard.
Ladies and gentlemen, heat race 1 and he's already singing.
Hey, I was thinking,
it could be a long and delusional night.
Hey, this coming from, I already made the Disney reference during hot laps.
I know. And you were digging that Gambler.
Well, let's take a look at our first look at the Advantage Racing Instant Replay. Doug Beeman, your race leader. Wow. Yeah, right there. That's where the drive shaft gets spit out. Riffle ran over it, just nowhere to go, and just caught the side of him. It looks like Dave Orr got a piece of it as well in that 76 machine. He's the one who clipped Riffle. Did
Dave Orr lose? Is that a wheel from Dave Orr?
No, I think that's a piece of
sheet metal.
Well, you can look at the 76 when he comes by. Again, a big thanks to AdvantageRacing.tv. They're a great camera crew. I'm glad they see. From what I saw, they had all 10 fingers and all 10 toes from what I know of. They did not freeze them off last night, but great job there by the camera crew on the AdvantageRacing.tv broadcast. They did an excellent job last night. Glad to be working with Dugan and his fine folks out here, who's made his way all the way to the front. Richards was actually scheduled to start 10th, and he has already worked his way to the front. Like I've been saying it during the hot laps. You were asking how many tough customers there are.
Well, there is more.
There is one at the front, started 10th. Now the leader, the former hobby stock driver out of Madrid, Iowa. But how about second place, Scott Naggett? He's not used to a car being that big. Usually his car was shrunk in the dryer. He's usually a mod light racer. But Naggett's putting on the sport mod tonight.
Then it's Bill Smith, Preston Donovan, and Noah Williams, your top 5 again. This is all about passing points. And so far, Braden Richards has got a lot of passing points.
And now he's just got to put the finish together, and that'll be a good start for him. Again, the top drivers.
Trouble. Is that Buddy Ray Jones?
Yep, just about lost it there. Good, hang on to her partner off of turn number 2. He's got it. And like I said, like I was trying to say, passing points are going to decide, I believe, either the first, I think the top 18 in passing points in the Sportmod division will lock themselves into tomorrow's main event. I think just about everyone else will have to try through those last chance qualifiers.
Braden Richards, 20.735. He was nearly a full second faster than second place Scott Naggett, and almost 2 seconds faster on that lap than third place Bill Smith.
Well, Luke Lorette, it looks like the 4L instead of the 3L tonight. He's able to scoot by the 76 of Dave Moore. Meanwhile, Preston Donovan in that 18D looking to the inside of Williams, couldn't get it there. But right now, Braden Richards about halfway back to Madrid by now, and it's only a heat race. 3 laps to go this time.
Big move down into turns 3 and 4. Slide job coming.
You can see it on the AdvantageRacing.tv's screen.
Preston Donovan making a big move, trying to pick up some spots. He's up to 5th.
I think Luke Lorette trying to make the move on Buddy Ray Jones. Couldn't get it there. And right now, Buddy Ray hanging on to position number 6 as they go into turn number 3. Oh, and Lorette caught the left rear of Buddy Ray. They keep it going in the right direction. Just enough for the P's and Q's are minded that time. White flag will come out the next time by. Braden Richards right now in a league of his own right now.
Absolutely cruising so far. He's led, I believe, all of the laps.
Yeah, even after starting back in 10th. And wouldn't you know it, there's a reason why I picked him as one of my fantasy picks tonight. This guy can drive, be it a hobby stock or a sport.
Rub it in.
He was tough enough in the hobby stock, and he is taken to the Sportmod ranks very quickly. How about it, race fans? Off of turn number 4, Braden Richards, your first heat race winner of the night.
Scott Naggets brings it home in 2nd. Bill Smith in 3rd. Noah Williams in 4th. Your top 5 will be the 25 of Buddy Ray Jones.
One more time, race fans, give it up for your heat race 1 winner of round 1 for the Sportmods. He hails from Madrid, Iowa, car number 11R, Braden Richards. For those who need a little something warm for them tonight, I know it's going to be a little chilly tonight if it's not already. We already mentioned they got the hot chocolate down there. It sounds like they got a little bit of octane you can put it in for the adult beverage stand.
Well, it's like when I first started working here, we used to throw a little octane in our hot chocolate.
Yes.
Go down to the beer gardens and talk with Amy and all the bartenders down there about putting a little octane in your hot chocolate. I do love a little peppermint schnapps in my hot chocolate.
So kind of choctane, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll work on that. Well, let's work on heat race number 2. We got a lot of heats coming your way, race fans. Our 2nd of 8 here in round 1 for the Sportmods. Green is up.
Choctane.
Oh, and already chalk it up. We've got a couple of guys jockeying for position right now. A lot of guys scrambling for cover. Brandon Baker and the 34 and Thomas Nelson got together. Meanwhile, it's the Sandhills Hustler. How about Troy Bain and Nitch? Big gap shot into turn number 3. Zach Nitch from the Sunflower State. He'll be your lap 1 leader.
Zach Nitch waiting for data. We have a transponder now. I believe that's Tyler Dolch in the 2nd spot.
Troy Bain in that number 2 machine putting in a great run. Normally races, like I said, over in Lincoln County and North Platte and over in Dawson County and Lexington. So not as much sand in the racing surface here at I-80 Speedway. And it's a little bit bigger than the tracks he's accustomed to. But right now, Troy Bain putting in a solid effort. But how much fan? Oh, Brandon Baker does his best Chris Jericho impression to break the wall down. And unfortunately, the wall, she wins again. The caution is out. Oh, come on, Wojo just painted those yesterday.
Even on his birthday, we made it come out and paint. Brandon Baker had a rough night last night. I believe he said he blew up a rear end. They just got it repaired today. Dropped it off the jacks, came out here, and now he has made contact with the outside retaining wall in turn 1.
I know when I was cruising the pits earlier today, half the body panels were off on that car when they were trying to repair it.
Yeah.
So it looks like caution lights go back out just like that. We're ready to get back to it.
Not messing around at all. Although the field kind of not really formed up very well, but we will stay to the green flag.
Now Tyler Dolch was kind of running on, walking on thin ice, I guess I should say, in terms of the officials' eyes, but he got back in his position. Just didn't want Nitch to get too much of a drop, but nevertheless, Nitch is off and gone.
So far, seems like Lear's got some pretty good advantage with that clean air. Joe Fayen making some good progress. He's all over the back bumper of Troy Bain. Right. Again, Nitch, Dolch, Bain, and Fayen. Well, that's a fun group.
And Justin Bell wants to get in on the fray as well. Here comes the 8X. Driver from just down the road in Louisville, Nebraska, trying to make it a 3-car dance for position number 3. And Bain up the track. Here goes Joe Fayen. Fayen, he has got many, many laps here at the I-80 Speedway, back in the days of the old Pro-Am and now to the Sportmod. 3 wide off at turn number 2. Here comes Justin Bell.
3 wide again off turn number 2, all the way down the backstretch. Close quarters racing. These guys know it's all about passing points.
And Bell's going to get the 2-for-1 special off of turn number 4. It is BOGO day in turn number 4. And Bell has worked his way to the final spot on the podium. White flag comes out next time around.
Zach Nitch, up the cushion, or up the track just a little bit in 3 and 4. Probably not going to slow him down, though. 20.539 last time by. 20.851, just 0.3 slower, but he's still faster than Bell and Fayen and Dolch.
Right now, Nitch has been running a modified the last couple of years, but now doing a great job. Hey, he likes it. Shaken, not stirred. Zach Nitch in 007. He'll take heat race number 2.
Bringing it home in second, the 0 of Tyler Dolch. In third, the 8J of Justin Bell. Fourth will be the 25X Joe Fayen. In your top 5 finisher, the 18M, that's going to be Mason Richards.
Richards coming from 10th to get that 5th place spot. But give it up for your heat race winner, race fans. He hails out of Dalia, Kansas. Car number 007, Zach Nitch. On the pole out of Doniphan, Nebraska, that'll be the 15D. I call him the Doniphan Dominator. That'll be Jacob Slough. On his outside from Red Oak, Iowa, the 86J, it's J-Rod, Jared Weston.
Row number 2 to the inside, out of Omaha, the 19, that's going to be Jalen Fairchild. On his outside, out of Bellevue, the 60 of Kevin Zeitner.
Third row back on the inside, this young man had a great run last night at the Charlie Clark Memorial from Sloan, Iowa. That is Willie Kirk, and on his outside, good to see this veteran back behind the wheel from Norfolk, Nebraska, and the 2R, that is Rusty Glosser.
Row number 4 to the inside, out of Villisca, Iowa, the 58, that's going to be Hunter Poston. On his outside, out of Rising City, the 18, Dion Kovar.
Where them banana fans at? I know they're down there somewhere. Row number 5 on the inside, we got another driver from the Mile High City from Denver, Colorado in the 100. That is Jorge Garcia. And on his outside from Lincoln, Nebraska, that'll be the 7X. That is Lauren Cook. Garcia, one of our newcomers for tonight. Here we go. Caution lights are out. 10 cars, 7 laps. Passing points are being awarded. It's going to be Jacob Slough, the Mud Jockeys entry on pole position. We go green right here and now.
Jim Cahill says he's listening in on his radio.
Well, he told me that in the pits when I was scavenging for photos. And meanwhile, we got to scramble.
Oh, that's not going to stick.
Oh, and Kovar drilled him. My goodness. That was a glancing blow there. Jacob Slough losing the handle off at turn number 2, and Dion Kovar went to the bottom for cover and just couldn't quite get him cleared. That's a big bruise on that banana, unfortunately. It looks like Dion's got the helmet off and he's climbing out. Thank goodness for that. Dion's able to get out of the car under his own power. Well, let's take a quick look here on the Advantage Racing Instant Replay here. Yeah, Jared Weston, a good head of steam. It looks like he made a little bit of contact with Slough. That sent the 15D around. Kovar just couldn't get low fast enough, and bang. Unfortunately, the Mud Jockeys entry just got rocked there in the 15D. It's a tough break there. Jacob Slough, great young driver out of Doniphan, Nebraska. Of course, I believe I want to say his father, Jeremiah Slough, longtime stock car racer around the Grand Island area.
Yeah, we talked about it last night. Kevin picking up a very emotional win a couple of weeks back when he did a special tribute car to his grandpa Raleigh that passed away just recently, and really special night for that team and that operation, and Kevin able to pick up the win. He's always been frustrated with this track. Said he absolutely loves racing this track, but never has the luck. I think he's got 2 wins on the season here this year. So the luck might finally be on his side. Can he continue tonight?
See if he can lock himself into that main event. And it is a very stout field to do that against. Green flag is up, back to green. Here in, I believe, heat race number 3 of 8 for the Sportmods.
And there you could see it. He is up and rolling on that high side. Ripping that lip, takes the race lead out of turn 2.
Zeitner, I believe that's a 2016 Razor Elite chassis on that machine car, number 60, looking good up front. Meanwhile, Willie Kirk looking to the inside of Jared Weston. Those guys dueled it out quite a bit in our main event last night. Weston has the upper hand over Kirk this time. But how about Rusty Glosser, longtime veteran out of Norfolk, Nebraska, holding down the 4th spot. Here comes Hunter Poston.
Kevin Zeitner, Jared Weston. and Willie Kirk. Impressive run last night for Willie Kirk.
I think he started about 19th in that feature last night. Came home, I believe, 5th.
Came out of one of the B features, qualified for the Twin Rivers Dash for Cash, and good finish in that race also. He's going to pull a slide job at turns 3 and 4, up the racetrack, up against that cushion, gets the run at the line. Weston's going to hold on to it, but Willie Kirk's got the outside down.
Oh, Weston up there, forced Willie's hand off at turn number 2, and Willie's going to have to go back to position number 3. Willie was not quite free that time. And he'll try it again through turns 3 and 4 this time. Kirk back to the inside of Weston. Gets a good run off the exit, but still not enough to pull up beside Weston for the second spot. 2 to go the next time they get into the stripe.
Willie Kirk's going to diamond off turn number 2. He should get a good momentum run down the backstretch, but he'll still have the inside line going into turn 3. Hard into turn 3. Kicks that back end around and closes the door on Weston. Willie Kirk up to second.
White flag will come out the next time by Kevin Zeitner, halfway back to Bellevue by now. He said a 2-time track champion over at the Shelby County Speedway. Harlan, Iowa, doing a great job here tonight at I-80. Of course, a few years ago, got his first ever win here at I-80 Speedway, breaking a 12-year drought trying to do that. White flag is out for Kevin Zeitner.
Final time for the 60 machine of Kevin Zeitner out of turn number 2. Willie Kirk pulled away from Jared Weston, who sits in 3rd. Rusty Glosser in 4th, and Hunter Poston in 5th. Out of turn number 4, the 60 of Kevin Zeitner picks up heat race win number 3.
Good on you, Kevin. Second will go to Willie Kirk. Jared Weston crosses in 3rd. Rusty Glosser 4th. Hunter Poston will be 5th. As we got one car against the wall in turn number 4, but he brings it back down. The race fans, give it up for him, your winner of heat race number 3 in your Ties Outdoor Power Sport Mods for round number 1 here at the Cornhusker Classic from Bellevue, Nebraska. Car number 60, let him hear you, Greenwood, Kevin Zeitner. Of course, we missed Matt McAtee last night. Always a tough competitor here at the I-80 Speedway. Matt Avila, normally been running the stock car quite a bit for the Van Eatonville Mafia. Switched to the Sportmods about midway through this season, and he is taken to it like a fish to water right now. Avila putting in a lot of great performances in that number 2X. Tyler Inman, I know he joined a couple of the hot lap sessions last night with the hobby stock, so the driver out of Altoona, Iowa, looking for some extra speed tonight. 7 laps the distance, like again, passing points are going to be awarded all throughout this evening through this round of heats and the second round as well. It's going to be Adam Weber on the pole. Field will tighten up and they will come to life off of turn number 4. Travis Meyer with green flag up and out. We are green here in heat race number 4. Sportmod stampede to turn number 1. It'll be Adam Weber with the race lead. Matt Avila going to pull up beside McAtee for the second spot early on. Here comes Tyler Inman. Hopefully all those hot lap sessions last night are going to pay off. Inman scoots by McLean Reed for the 5th spot. A lot of action in the top 6. Off at turn number 4, lap 1 will go to Weber. McLean Reed with a big crossover on Horrell for that spot.
Adam Weber's going to lead lap number 1. Matt McAtee in tow, running to that second spot. Good run out of turn 2.
Avila hanging on to that 3rd spot. Tyler Inman right on his tail going into turns 3 and 4. Pair of Iowa drivers going at it. You got Avila from Prescott and Inman from Altoona side by side going into turn number 1, chasing another Iowa driver in the form of Matt McAtee. Avila fends off Inman as they come off of turn 2. Meanwhile, McAtee starting to pose the challenge to Adam Weber. That's for the race lead as they come off at turn number 4. Weber still with the upper hand over McAtee as they cross the line this time. 3 laps in the books, 4 remain here in our 4th of 8 Sport Mod heat races in round number 1. Speaking of 1, we got 1 going around. Dipsy do spinaroo over there for Jared Horrell in the 21. The caution is out. Lee Horrell, my mistake, as he spins it around, does a 360, but comes to a stop. Lee Horrell able to get it back around and refired. Take a quick look at the Advantage instant replay. It looks like, I want to say Lee just, went around on his own accord. Like again, the rubber is starting to develop over there in turn number 1. We saw a couple of guys get snake bit by that a couple of times in turn number 3. That's like actually caught a couple of drivers in the main events last night as well. It looks like we're ready to get back to it just like that. Horrell looks like I believe the Lone Ranger rule in effect, so he brought the caution out on his own accord, which means he is one and done. Back to green we go. 3 laps officially complete, and it's number 3, W. Adam Weber up front. Good dive off of turn number 2 to keep the race lead. Meanwhile, Tyler Inman around the outside of the 2X and Matt Avila. That's for position number 3 as they enter 3.
Inman taking advantage of the restart, picking up another spot as Weber is going to continue to lead over McAtee, Inman. McLean Reed also getting by the 2X of Matt Avila.
Good run there, the 44 machine, the Noonan Industries car, number 44. You see him on your screen. Matt Avila trying to form the rebound as they go into turn number 3, side by side through 3 and 4 this time. That's for the 4th spot. Meanwhile, battle for second is starting to shape up between McAtee and Inman. Inman goes low into turn number 1, looking for the slide job. Not enough room to make it. McAtee will keep second as they come off a 2.
That was some close quarters racing. Josh Most also pulled off the racetrack and called it no joy early on in this heat race. As that battle for second continues out of turn 4.
White flag is out. Adam Weber, hopefully does not have a rear view mirror, does not need to be mirror driving tonight. Great race there right behind him as Inman clears McAtee this time. They'll take it into 3 for the final time. Weber goes high, Inman goes low. Does he have enough room? Survey says no, and it will be Adam Weber to go wire to wire to win heat race number 4.
Tyler Inman, Matt McAtee, McLean Reed, and Matt Avila round out your top 5. Mike Leonard, Tylen Lambertus, Josh Most, Lee Horsell, and Charlie Peck round out the field.
One more time, race fans, give him a round of applause as he makes his way to the scales to make it official. From Manhattan, Kansas, your winner, car number 3, Adam Weber. Yep, there we go. There's that car you were talking to me about, Dan. Yeah, Dawson March in that 5M machine. Yeah, gorgeous looking machine. The numbers are nice and bright. You can nicely see them on the side. So
and I honestly, that shows you how much I was paying attention. I could have sworn that was a stock car. Clearly not.
But nevertheless, field forms up.
I was also headed to Cubby's, so I had pizza on my mind.
Yeah, I had one of those last night after we got done. One of those, was it the sausage and pepperoni? And they had that hot honey that came along with it.
The Mike's Hot Honey?
Yes.
We got some honey in here, too, if you need some.
There we go.
This is my own honey out of our backyard.
Nice.
Yeah, it helps with the vocal cords.
Might have to take you up on that offer as we take the green flag here in heat race number 5. Again, passing points available. Off we go. And it's going to be Dane Martindale. We'll see his teammate Brandon Spancer later on.
2 cars getting together.
That was Blair Simmons at the 21. I believe of Wes Hochstein that got together as they go into turn number 3 wide there a little bit further back. Meanwhile up front, Kleinsma trying to make the move on Martindale, but Martindale denied him at the line.
Dane Martindale doing a great job holding off John Kleinsma on lap number 1. How much longer can he hold him off? Good run off turn number 2 for Martindale. He's going to add to his advantage going into turn 3.
Off into entry, Joe Hendricks with a big run off the low side. He will sidestep AJ Boulware, no problem, off at turn number 4. So move the Council Bluffs, Iowa 33 up to position number 3 on the racetrack. Meanwhile, Joseph Cooper, how about it? Young man out of North Platte, Nebraska, started dead last on this field, already up to 5th and going for more.
Dane Martindale, John Kleinsma, Joe Hendricks. Those 3 cars pretty safe. Battle on the track is for 4th. Joseph Cooper and Blair Simons going at it. Cooper jumps the cushion. Simons gets the spot.
That would be Cooper to get that spot away from Boulware.
Oh.
Simmons is he's a little more flying solo at this point, but he may have some company in the form of Dawson March right now. Meanwhile, AJ Boulware trying to battle back on the inside of Cooper. That's for position number 4 on the racetrack. How about it? There's a reason why I want to call him the Lincoln County Comet. 1, he's from North Platte. And 2, this young gun is fast. He's worked his way to 4th. 2 to go signal from starter Travis Meyer. Dane Martindale picking him up and laying him down right now in the PBS Rental sponsor, number 27.
Started outside pole. He's doing a great job. He has improved the position, and he's going to get that win What will he do in the second round of heat races tonight? Can he pick up the win so far here? Heat race number 5 of your Ties Outdoor Power and Service Sport Modifieds. It's looking good so far, but one more lap to go.
Well, his teammate Brandon Spanger, I believe, sits on the pole for heat race number 7 coming up in a couple of races. Martindale trying to start the night off well for that team. They'll take it down the backstretch and into 3 for the 7th and final time. Travis Myers' checkered flag is going to fly, race fans. And here comes your winner from Lincoln, Nebraska. Dane Martindale will win heat race number 5 here in round 1.
John Kleinsma brings it home in 2nd. Joe Hendricks in 3rd. Joseph Cooper in 4th.
It's going to be AJ Boulware in that 5th spot. It looks like his transponder's not working. Once again, race fans, he'll go to the scale to make it official. Give him a round of applause coming to us from Lincoln, Nebraska. Car number 27, let him hear you, I-80, Dane Martindale. Pole setter will be the 17W out of Sioux City, Iowa. That'll be Daniel Wagner. On his outside, one of our newcomers tonight from Harlan, Iowa. That'll be Hayden Hillgardner in the 5.
Are we supposed to yell his name?
No.
Okay, because it's all in caps. So I don't know if we were supposed to yell or not. Row number 2 to the inside out of Spalding, Nebraska, the 1T, Robbie Tom. On his outside, out of Malvern, the 96, Matt Smith.
Third row back on the inside from Bern, Nebraska. That'll be Sean Davis in the 77. On his outside from Adair, Iowa in the 2A. That'll be Austin Hardesty.
Row number 4 to the inside from Hayes, Kansas. It's going to be the 09B of Brett Berry. On his outside, out of York, the 35 of Spencer Galloway.
Fifth row back on the inside from Lincoln, Nebraska. That'll be the 9 of Amber Cook. And sitting to her outside, your 2022 I-80 Speedway track champion from Seward. It'll be the 22 Batman, Matt Andrews.
And by the way, that wasn't a joke for Advantage Racing guys. All of their lineups are in caps. This was for my race pass because he's the only driver I've noticed that's all in caps. So I don't know if we were supposed to yell his name.
It's easy to read on the lineups. They're all in caps.
Isn't it?
Well, that's the advantage touch.
They got a pill for that now.
It's the leading advantage.
Oh boy.
Here's your next marketing campaign, Ryan. Well, caution lights are out. All 10 cars accounted for. Again, passing points. We cannot stress that enough. That is what it's all about tonight. Plus $50 going to these heat race winners. We go green in heat race number 6 here in round 1 for Sportmods. Man, for a guy who did not make it out here last night, Hayden Hillgardner wasting little time with this field. He breaks out to the race lead. Same goes for the 96 of Matt Smith. We missed him last night. So how about the 2 guys who've been saving their equipment? They're running 1-2 on the racetrack right now. That's how they'll be at the completion of lap number 1.
Robbie Tom holding on to that 3rd spot. Matt Andrews, your track champion. Marred back in traffic just a little bit on lap number 1. He gets one more spot. Out of turn number 2, Matt Andrews making his way up through the field.
And Robbie Tom working his way up to position number 2. Man, the guy who's had quite a season. Won the track championships over at the US 30 Speedway and the Boone County Raceways this year. Had a lot of big wins out there out at Boone County. I believe won 13 of 14 nights over there in Albion, Nebraska. And right now the Rocket, that Fury chassis, number 1T, making the Tri-County area proud tonight in that 1T machine. He runs second as look at that slide shot that Andrews threw.
Hayden Hillgardner continues to lead. He's got about a 3, maybe 4, now even a 5-car length advantage as Brett Berry making a move on Robbie Tom. Robbie running in that 2nd spot for the last couple of laps. Had a little issue getting into turn number 1. That opened the door for Brett Berry. So far, Berry not able to capitalize.
So far, right now, I've been keeping my eyes on that exchange for position number 4 right now. Matt Andrews and Matt Smith have been going back and forth for that position. They go into turn number 1. Matt Andrews will make it official as they enter. And meanwhile, Brett Berry on the backside of Tom. How about at the top 3? You've got Iowa, you now have Kansas, and then you have Nebraska in the top 3 as Berry throws the slide shot. Tom trying to turn it back underneath the rock and has second at the line.
Great battle for the 2nd spot as Hayden Hillgardner starting to pull away from this battle. Robbie Tom's got it again in turns 1 and 2. Out of turn number 2 and down the backstretch. Robbie Tom holding on to that 2nd spot, starting to pull away from Brett Berry, but Berry's been a little faster in 3 and 4.
It's all been behind Hayden Hillgardner, that number 5 machine. Hillgardner family, a long-time racing family out of Harlan, Iowa. Doing a great job right there. Hayden flying the flag right now. White flag is out this time. It'll make it a checker when they get back to the stripe. Tom back to the inside of Berry. Don't know if that'll be the right lane to pick off in turn number 4. Hillgardner takes the win, and Berry will get by for second.
Brett Berry in second, like Anthony said. Robbie Tom finishes third. Matt Andrews finishes fourth. And Daniel Wagner finishing in the top 5. Matt Andrews coming from the 10th spot to pick up a 4th place finish. By the way, he ran some of the fastest lap times throughout that race, right around the 20.5, 20.4 second bracket.
Well, race fans, he makes his way down to the scale to make it official. Give it up for your heat race winner. He hails from Shelby County over in Harlan, Iowa. Car number 5, let him hear you, I-80, Hayden Hillgardner. It looks like we had a 2-car incident over in turn number 4. I believe Matt Smith and Austin Hardesty got together. That was a shame. Matt Smith had a top 5 run going for him in that 96 machine. Well, let's take a look at that replay there. We'll see what happened here. Beautiful shot from turn number 4, and it looks like Smith lost it on his own accord, and Hardesty just couldn't react in time. That was a pretty solid hit, and on the driver's side door, no less.
Ouch.
Yeah. Finished runner-up in the championship standings out here at I-80 from Crete, Nebraska. It'll be the 19XX. That'll be Brandon Spancher. On his outside from Beatrice, Nebraska, driving the 76. That is Sir Lance Borgman.
Row number 2 to the inside out of Carter Lake, Iowa. It's going to be Nate Albrandt in the 88N. To his outside from Manning, Iowa, typically in the 14 tonight he's in the 77. That's going to be Jake Sacco.
Row number 3 on the inside from Lincoln. It'll be the 70. That's the Rain Man, Ray Harrington. On his outside from Hospers, Iowa, it'll be John Foreman in the 1J.
Row number 4 to the inside out of Omaha, the 14K. That's Melissa Latour. On her outside, the 45R. That's Dylan Ricks.
Keep your eyes on this row. Row number 5, the final row on the inside from David City, Nebraska, the 16J. That's Justin Swoboda. And on his outside, man who swept the Charlie Clark Memorial feature and the Twin Rivers Dash for Cash last night from Milford, Nebraska. It'll be the 5D. We'll start calling him Twinkie from now on. It's Devin Peterson.
I think that's an appropriate name.
Yeah, that'd be all right. I mean, how many other racers do you know with that nickname? Here we go, race.
You're the nickname expert, not me.
I've got a few on. We need to get a few on some t-shirts. Here we go, 10 cars, 7 laps, heat race number 7 of 8 for the Sportmods here in round 1. Here we go. Right.
Great battle going into turn number 1. Brandon Spanger is going to take the advantage in the middle of 1 and 2 and down the backstretch. Lance Borgman in the Spirit of 76 holding on to that second spot. Big move.
Which one, from Sacco or from Peterson? They were both great there.
Yes.
Lap 1 goes to Spancher. And how about Devin Peterson? Started tail end on this one, already worked his way to 6th, make that maybe 5th, and meanwhile we got,
car around.
Well, halfway. Ray Harrington
doing a half a loop, trying to get it refired, Got it. We're green. We stay green.
Give that man a raise to his toe money as Brandon Spancher continues to show the fast way around. Top lane definitely coming in turns 1 and 2 here at I-80. Here comes Jake Sacco with a good run off at turn 2. Trying to close that gap on Nate Albrandt. That's for 3rd. Sacco dives slow into 3. Looking to pull the slider off at 4. Just enough room to clear him and move the 77 up to position number 3 at the line.
Jake Sacco on the move. He started 4th. Now he's up to 3rd, so only 1 position gained for Jake Sacco. But every position counts when you're talking about passing points at the Cornhusker Classic presented by Speedway Motors.
Right now, Brandon Spancher doing a great job. You saw his teammate Dane Martindale pick up the heat race win a couple races ago. And PBS Reynolds on the side of that GRT chassis number 19XX doing an excellent job at the top of the heap. As the field continues to fan out across the I-80 Speedway, we may have a challenge coming. Nate Albrandt, he may have some company in the form of Justin Swoboda as they come off at turn number 4.
2 laps left to go for Brandon Spanger. He's led them all. I believe he started outside pole position. No, he started on the pole. So most important for Brandon, he's got no one to pass. Don't lose any spots and pick up this win. He's 1 lap away from completing that goal.
Also be sure that hopefully that car will be able to cooperate in whatever racing lane he needs because, like we mentioned before, they invert these heat races. So Spancher, after starting on the pole, he'll start at the tail in his 2nd round heat or near the tail. So hopefully that car will be able to act wherever he needs it, and he makes it to victory lane here in heat race number 7.
Brandon Spanger gets the win. Lance Borgman in 2nd. Devin Peterson after sweeping the Charlie Clark Memorial presented by VP Racing Fuels last night, finishes third in this heat race. Nate Albrandt in fourth and Justin Swoboda in fifth.
Give it up for him, race fans. He'll go down to the scales to make it official. Your winner of heat race number 7 out of Crete, Nebraska, car number 19 XX, it's Brandon Spanger. And on the pole from Albion, Nebraska, running the Tanner Pelster Memorial car, the 11T, that's Layton Cornwell. On his outside from Fairbury, it'll be the 7 machine, that is Lee Horkey.
Finally making his return to I-80 Speedway, coming out of Red Oak, Iowa, starting inside row number 2 in the 5S. That's going to be Josh Sink. On his outside, the 18J out of Council Bluffs, John Schwint.
It's going to be another Iowa row in row number 3 on the inside from Corning, Iowa. That'll be the 78 of Evan Davis. On his outside from Des Moines, it'll be the 8, the Italian Stallion. It's Dusty Massolini.
Row number 4 to the inside, out of Blair, running the 09 machine tonight. That's going to be Anna Scouten. On her outside, the 19X out of Bellevue, Evan Harabik.
Final row on the inside from Beloit, Kansas, trying to turn his luck around from last night. That'll be the 77W. That is Tyler Watts. And your 10th and final starter from Roca, Nebraska, that will be the 3 of Austin Yoakum.
By the way, James Rowland, listening on Advantage Racing TV, suggests
okay.
Twinkie the Kid. Twinkle the Kid. Either way, we just got to get that Twinkie worked in there for Devin. We're going to get him a Twinkie sponsorship for his race operation.
Just don't put it on the windshield. Wait, what windshield?
The rock guard. How's that?
There. Oh, here we go. Caution lights are out. Final heat of round number 1.
Or would that be a good carrot for him? Dangle a Twinkie.
There you go. How about a green flag? How about a big winner's check? That's what all these drivers are going for as we go green. Oh, a little shake and bake and over there in turns 1 and 2. Everyone sorts it out. Dusty Massolini hanging onto the 4th spot. Meanwhile, Lee Horkey up front, nearly 3 wide. There's Josh Sink. And Evan Arabic are pressing the issue. Lap 1 will go to Horkey.
3 wide for a moment there out of turn number 4. Lee Horkey leads the field into turn 1. John Schwint, who did not have a good night last night, scratch that. I don't believe that's John Schwint in second.
He's in third.
Yeah, another
Cornwell.
transponder not picking up. Lane Cornwell in the 2nd spot. Looks like Lee Horkey's transponder not picking up. So Lee Horkey, Lane Cornwell, John Schwint. Like I was saying, John Schwint didn't have a very good night last night, involved in an accident early on. His night was done, did not make it out for the B features, and he's under fire from the 8 of Dusty Massolini.
Massolini right now, we missed him last night at the Charlie Clark Memorial. Oh, we got contact. Tyler Watts and Austin Yoakum get together, and Watts goes for the sunflower spin cycle off of turn 4, kept her going.
We stay green, good job.
Thank you, Tyler.
See, if I'd have gotten my sponsorship, that'd have been another $25.
Yeah, add a little extra to his tow money. Meanwhile, it's still Lee Horkey up at the top of the heat in this one. Evan Arabic and John Schwint putting on a good battle for position number 4 on the speedways. They come off of turn number 4 this time. Schwint with the upper hand as they cross the line this time. Arabic not going away quietly.
John Schwint holding on to that 4th spot.
Oh, we got another.
Solo spin. I believe that was the 09 of Anna Scouten.
Yep, that is Anna who went around at the bottom of turn number 2. Caution will be out for the 09 of Anna Scouten.
So we slow things down. Hey, I want to take a minute. We're going to see this guy out here competing later tonight. Congratulations to Jacob Brown and his lovely wife, Sarah, celebrating 11. I believe she put it amazing years.
Are they going to do that in victory lane if they can pull off the win tomorrow?
I would fully expect so. Single file restart, 2 laps left to go. Heat race 8?
Yep, of 8.
Of the first round.
Yep.
Still have a whole nother round of heat races to go.
We're in it for the long haul. Glad you are too. Green flag back in the air. Lee Horkey, your race leader. Green, white checkered here in heat race number 8.
Lee Horkey, Dusty Massolini, John Schwint, and Evan Harabik. Good 4th place run for Evan Harabik. Excuse me, 5th place run.
Sink looking to the inside of Arabic as they go into turn number 3. Meanwhile, Tyler Watts trying to rebound in the last couple laps. He might pick off a few more cars before this one's all said and done. white flag is out. Lee Horkey and Jet Mod Chassis, number 7 out of Fairbury, Nebraska, looking good. Meanwhile, trouble for Austin Yoakum. He is off the pace and spewing some smoke out the back as they go into 3 for the final time. Checker flag is going to fly. Lee Horkey will take the 8th and final heat race for the Sportmods in round 1.
Dustin Massolini in second place, third place, sorry.
Cornwell got the second spot.
Cornwell, gosh darn it.
Don't worry, we got another round to work that out.
I'm getting social media corrections on my pronunciation of Massolini.
Don't worry, I think I had 1 or 2 of them last night. But race fans, getting the win in our 8th and final Ties Outdoor Power's Sport Mod heat race for round number 1 from Fairbury, Nebraska. Give it up for him, your winner, Lee Horkey.
And again, Layton Cornwell, Dustin Massolini, John Schwint, and Tyler Watts rounding out your top 5. Evan Harabik just outside of that. Josh Sink, Evan Davis, Austin Yoakum, and Anna Scouten rounding out the field.